Want you to take a look at these scenes from the holiday week, and you see packed beaches and bars, which are raising new concerns about the outbreak as the U.S. continues to set records. The total caseload now approaching 3 million. Florida, one of the hardest hit states, as you know, and there you see cars lining up early at COVID testing sites in Orlando this morning where cases are soaring.
Yeah, all across the country, 37 states now reporting an increase in new infections. There have been more than 48,000 reported cases in just the last 24 hours. And now hundreds of scientists are sounding the alarm, telling the World Health Organization, Robin, they believe the virus is airborne.
And TJ, as you can imagine, that's raising a lot of questions about just how this virus spreads. Will Reed is in Orlando, starting us off with the latest. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Robin. It was a record holiday weekend here in Florida. Over 21,000 cases confirmed here and nationwide. Images from the 4th of July causing alarm as the virus spreads.
This 4th of July weekend, Americans gathering nationwide amid the pandemic. In Diamond Lake, Michigan, hundreds of partiers jammed together. No masks in sight, social distance protocols apparently ignored. Thousands lining the beaches of Delaware and New Jersey. Lake Minnetonka in Minnesota and the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri packed with people. But elsewhere over the holiday weekend, safety measures observed, like this New Hampshire beach, busy but spread out. This morning, the number of COVID-19 cases in the U.S. continues to rise. 37 states reporting increases. On Saturday,
for all intents and purposes, we are now in the second wave. It's hard to say this isn't the second wave. We're now almost above the peak number of infections that we were at during the height of the epidemic in New York, the national epidemic at that time. So we're going to be contending with this for a long time at this point. And so we're going to hit 60,000 cases this week for certain. And so we're back to 700,000 infections a day. I would say that there's about 700,000 infections a day occurring. Now, 20 to 40% of them are asymptomatic, but that's probably what we should be thinking about. We should multiply it by 12.
We got a possible COVID, 52-year-old male, 10 minutes out, HFD, shortness of breath, COVID, possibly.
I'll be honest with you, I can barely keep track.
This is Dr. Ark Bakshi. He's an attending physician here at Houston Methodist Hospital. And I asked him, how many patients have you seen here just on your single shift since 1 o'clock this afternoon?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I have over a dozen people here, at least. And these are all COVID. A lot of them are COVID.
He actually trained at the hospital Elmhurst that sort of came to represent one of the hardest hit hospitals in New York City. I'm Sherry Fink. I'm a correspondent at the New York Times. I've been reporting from hospitals in New York City from the beginning. I looked at the emergency room, new ICUs, pregnant mothers who had coronavirus, and now I'm in Houston. So we are here at Houston Methodist Hospital, which is the largest hospital in Houston. And right at this moment, the number of coronavirus cases is really rising dramatically in the city.
How does it feel, similar or different to March?
This is the surge.
Although they had a moderate peak in April, now they're more than double the peak that they ever reached at that time. And the numbers look like they're going to just keep rising.
Since March, we've had a trickle of patients. Everyone stayed at home. People were not really getting sick in numbers that would overburden the system. Dr. Bakshi, in fact, some of us cut our shifts down because there weren't enough patients to see. Since probably Memorial Day, it's been a lot busier. Every patient who comes into the hospital now, we're testing for COVID. Deep breath.
So this is Carlos Clara. He has a confirmed case of coronavirus. He had gone